A parent, a child, happy, healthy, getting along. That's not always easy to achieve. Some families are desperate to find the key to good communication.
She is very, very high energy, and she had a little trouble focusing.
He was having some pretty bad behavior. Those examples of those behavior, being defiant.
A little bit of that.
Because of Jonathan's background, we really weren't sure how to discipline or how to correct him, and we were trying to find our way through that.
It was frustrating and nerve-wracking at times, and for him as well.
Some parenting techniques don't work for all children, especially children with difficult-to-manage behaviors. CJ would mind his father, but he wouldn't always listen to his mother.
It was frustrating in the sense that I knew that, we didn't want to spank him because we felt like if spanking was going to work, it would have worked by then, because we spanked him a couple of times and it was like it was not working. Oh, thank you for helping Mommy.
There is a way to reach past the bad behavior and get children to pay attention, listen, and mind. It often involves helping parents learn to consistently recognize and consistently praise their children when they exhibit good behavior. Training in a therapy that does just that is available to mental health providers through some of the Centers of Excellence for Children in state custody. They're teaching what's called Parent-Child Interaction Therapy, a proven system developed by Dr. Sheila Iberg of the University of Florida. Its goals include enhancing the parent-child relationship, improving children's self-esteem, teaching children ways to reduce their frustration and anger, helping children find new ways to organize their work or play, getting them to mind the first time a parent tells them to do something, and showing parents ways to manage children's behavior now and in the future.
It's a unique form of therapy because rather than typical traditional forms of child therapy where the therapist might work one-on-one with the child, the therapist works with the parent and child together, teaching the parent a set of specific skills to learn and use. It really looks like you guys are having fun today, enjoying each other's company, and he's responding really well to that one-on-one attention.
Okay, I'm going to let you do it.
With Parent-Child Interaction Therapy, or PCIT, professionals offer immediate feedback to parents. Rather than continuing to use techniques that may not have worked in the past, such as reacting to bad behavior, parents are encouraged to use a new set of skills.
That's a triple-decker airplane. I don't think I've ever seen a triple-decker airplane before.
Great enthusiasm, Dad.
Jonathan's adoptive parents, Sam and Sarah Goff, were looking for a way to connect with their son. They agreed to give PCIT a try, even though Sam had to overcome his initial skepticism.
Initially, it was a little awkward. I must say that Sarah was more open and receptive to the program than I was.
Little skeptical.
I was bringing some baggage, quite honestly. And it was a little disconcerting at first, the thing in the ear, and you're trying to remember, okay, no, I can't say that. And then you're getting a comment in your ear, and so, it's, oh.
And I think I was somewhat defensive at the beginning. I was like, oh, hey, wait a minute, hold on a second now. Y'all are saying this, just wait a minute. But I think that as I went through the process with my son, I realized, okay, I'm not consistent.
PCIT is unique because it works on changing the child, changing the parent and what they do, and changing that interaction. And then when the parents and the children leave PCIT, the parents are taking those skills with them, and they really are changing that system.
One of the major goals of PCIT is to help parents achieve consistency in the way they interact with their children. That includes building a positive relationship with their child and being consistent when it comes to setting consequences for misbehavior. At the Bowling Center, PCIT is proving to be an effective resource for families.
Well, the therapy is geared towards children who are between the ages of 2 and 7. We typically work with kids who have a language development around 3 years old or above. And motivation is helpful if the family is motivated to come in, but within the therapy itself, it's very motivating and reinforcing.
Academics improved, and as I was telling her, he did get most improved reader.
Therapists at the Bowling Center meet with parents at the beginning of each of the weekly sessions to measure the progress of the parent and child.
A lot of things that we practiced, a lot of things that we said, and the follow-through, we still do that on a regular basis.
A parent is outfitted with an earpiece and then engages with their child under observation by a trained therapist.
The parent and child are in one room. The parent wears a listening device in their ear so that they can hear the therapist coach them live from another room. And the therapist watches through a two-way mirror and watches the interaction and guides the parent in using the skills.
Where is her arms?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Aaliyah Jane's mom had tried timeouts and followed advice from her mom, an elementary school counselor.
And she asked in a pretty big girl voice, too, so that's a nice thing to praise.
PCIT gave her an additional perspective.
Well, I think the whole experience was very, very positive because it's done in such a professional way. A parent or a friend or a grandparent can say to you, well, you need to have more discipline, or you need to do this, or you need to do that. But they were very encouraging. If we were having a rough time, I had a little bug in my ear where they were saying, you're doing great, keep doing what you're doing. So you really felt like they were there with you every step of the way. And then the homework that they would give you at each session, that was really important to do, because then you came back in and you could build on the previous session and the homework.
It was fun. For me and CJ, for the both of us, it was fun. CJ enjoyed coming here. I'm not sure. I think it was the positive reinforcement that he received from me, which is, I'm strong in a way. I positively reinforce him a lot. But he liked that.
I noticed a change in Jonathan pretty quickly, actually. The special time became a focal point, and he was always ready for special time.
He would ask for it.
Yes.
Besides its availability to families, the Center of Excellence has experienced therapists offering PCIT training to community providers. There are other centers of excellence offering PCIT training at Vanderbilt University in Nashville and in Johnson City at East Tennessee State University.
Several reasons why we're doing that. One is because we have a focus on evidence-based practices, and parent-child interaction therapy happens to be one of those evidence-based practices with a lot of research and a lot of support behind it.
Like some parents, therapists may come into the training with concerns over how it all works.
I was a little skeptical at first of, how is this really going to work? Because at first the skills that you teach them are just basic skills that you think every parent should know. But a lot of parents don't use those skills, and so once they start implementing them, the kids' behavior really improves.
The program provides therapists close supervision from knowledgeable trainers as they learn in a supportive learning environment that provides hands-on training.
With the bug in the ear method, you're actually putting the words in the parent's mouth the first time. So if it's a behavior that doesn't come naturally to them to praise their child, you just give them the words and all they have to do is parent what you say. And it really is amazing to me how fast the parents, with getting praise for having done that from you and the little bug in the ear, start to sound really natural with that and start to do it really naturally after just a few weeks.
This training is different than any other I've received in any other therapy because it's really hands-on. You don't just go sit, somewhere for 8 hours and hear about it. You actually, you hear about it, but then you get to do it with a teacher right there with you. So you're just kind of going through, you have a client with the teacher, so you're right there. They're helping you along, telling you what to say if sometimes you're not sure how to respond.
Having access to PCIT allows other therapists in the community to help parents encourage effective behavior. And the trainers will consult with the administrations running community agencies to help them build sustainable PCIT programs.
Well, I think one of the things that's been interesting to me is how the first part of therapy, which is all geared toward child-directed interaction and all geared toward teaching the parent positive parenting, how quickly parents start to see improvement in the children's symptoms before they even get into the discipline phase.
After seeing the results of PCIT, that is, happier families without having to resort to medication or harsh punishment, parents are eager to share what they've learned with others.
Well, you've made a pretty real-looking dragon to me.
We saw a big change, a really dramatic change from when he first started this to when he ended. The whole way across. People were actually coming up to, oh, is he on medication? Y'all get him on medication? And we're like, no, he's not on medication. That was one of the reasons we did not want, another reason we did not, we wanted to try this. We did not want to put our son on medication.
Well, I've already told people about it. what I've said is that it's not just a therapy for his issues or what some might say problems or actions, but it's something to benefit all of us. And so in the long term, it's going to help him, but it helps us strengthen us as a family.
PCIT, where parents recognize, encourage, and reinforce their kids' good behavior.
At the end of those sessions, when you've seen that happen, the parent usually makes a remark like, wow, I didn't realize that, just praising them was going to get that behavior.
So we are able to give the family tools that teach them to enjoy their child again and enjoy that parent-child relationship.
For more information on parent-child interaction therapy or training at the Bowling Center, please contact Dr. Christina Warner at 901-448-6536 or 901-448-6511, or log onto the internet at the address on the screen. This project is funded under an agreement with the Department of Finance and Administration, Bureau of TennCare.